Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome to the next chapter of the Lightning Library, the series covering the history and details of every entry in the Lightning Collection, so you know which are the best, what you're getting with each entry, and what I think of them. As early as June 2019, the Lightning Collection had already dived into the idea of making 2-pack releases, when the SDCC exclusive Jason 2-pack was announced. Hasbro was no stranger to making 2-pack releases. It happened all the time in the Marvel Legends line in particular. Having one as an exclusive made sense to bring more of an exclusive set to the convention, but there hadn't been any leaks or info about how soon we'd see one show up in the regular retail line. Fans had ideas all of the time of who would make a good candidate to be placed in a 2-pack, but what the first retail one ended up being probably wasn't something that was expected by anyone. On Thursday, July 18th, 2019, Hasbro held their special fan invite breakfast to kick off SDCC. This had been an event Hasbro has held before, where certain fans and the press are given the first look at certain products. This event had on display a never-before-seen or leaked 2-pack release for the Lightning Collection. This was the Fighting Spirit Green and Putty 2-pack.
That's right, we're bringing Green Ranger, and not only Green Ranger, but the Fighting Spirit Tommy version with his awesome premium deco on his helmet, as well as the white holster on his other side.
Will be available for pre-order at 5:30 p.m. on Pulse.
Y'all got something to do with 5:30 p.m. You had dinner plans, change them right
The
now.
info for this set was revealed to cost $39.99, which made sense as that would be the price of 2 figures put together. This would be considered a fan channel exclusive release. What that meant is that it would primarily be an online exclusive, but at multiple stores, such as Hasbro Pulse, GameStop, Entertainment Earth, and Big Bad Toy Store. It would be offered at physical stores like GameStop, but this release wouldn't be found on Amazon or at a normal Target or Walmart-like store. Certain pre-orders for the set didn't claim it would be out until October or November for 2019, which as Wave 2 had already shown, and the line would continue to do, the actual release would actually be a lot earlier than that. As early as August 2nd, 2019, GameStop began to ship the online pre-orders for the set. By the following week, they were spotted at physical GameStop locations around the US. Over the next few months, the set sort of disappeared from online stores. By the end of 2019, it was hardly in stock anywhere. Now this could be it having a potential smaller run, or it could be due to the market of collectors trying to army build the Putty figures or customize into a regular Green Ranger. In early 2020, the set went back up on Hasbro Pulse for new pre-orders, but by the summer, the set had once again disappeared. Today, the set is one of the rare releases in the Lightning Collection, and can be quite hard to track down. The contents of the set have mostly been re-released in other ways since the pack has come out, but different colors for effect pieces and paint applications have stayed exclusive to this set. There is something interesting about the box for the set, as Lightning Collection boxes on the side show a logo of the season that they come from, while Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, this particular version, is only ever seen in the Dino Thunder episode Fighting Spirit of the same name. The actual logo on the side of the box is the Mighty Morphin logo and not the Dino Thunder logo. First up, of course, we will take a look at the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger from Tommy's Dream Sequence in Dino Thunder. This figure is quite interesting. For those unaware, the Fighting Spirit version of the MMPR green suit is rather infamous for being wrong. Compared to the original suits in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, when this suit showed up in Dino Thunder, a silver stripe was added to the helmet. The Dragon Dagger holster was white instead of black, and placed on the wrong side of the belt. His Morphin was also silver instead of gold. It was all pretty odd, but this figure has accurately displayed all of the inaccuracies. The Fighting Spirit version of the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger is not released often. In fact, Bandai only really did it 2 noticeable times, once in 2014 in a 5-inch Legacy figure at Toys R Us, and in 2017 as part of a Legacy 2017 NYCC exclusive set. Overall, the figure is using the exact same body mold as the armored Red Ranger from the SDCC Jason 2-pack, so the articulation is the same as that figure, but here it is in the graphic shown here. Despite never using it during this episode or in Dino Thunder at all, this figure does come with the Sword of Darkness for some reason. It's molded very nicely, but it is an odd inclusion. Of course he has the Dragon Dagger, and he has a special hand meant specifically for playing the Dragon Zord summoning tune, which is a fantastic touch that really only shows up in MMPR green figures. One thing to note with this figure, the white outline of the visor on many of them is not aligned where it meets in the middle, which makes it look rather odd up close, but not so noticeable far away. The figure does come with a civilian head, despite this never being shown in the dream sequence. Possibly for that reason, the head is the exact same one that came with the Wave 1 MMPR White. The last accessory is a new green effect piece for the Sword of Darkness, which does look great. Now, even though it's odd to pack a army builder in a 2-pack and these two never fought in the episode of Dino Thunder, to have someone for Tommy to fight, the set does include a Putty. The Putty is one of the most bare-bones Lightning Collection figures out there, which makes it a great candidate to show off the articulation points of the line, as seen in this graphic here. It is a very simple figure, but it's a simple suit design, so this does make sense. The Putty comes with no civilian heads, but instead comes with a swappable arms instead of regular swappable hands. The hands are normally this claw-like rock molded hand, but can be swapped for special rock hands of a blade and a wrecking ball. They are also compatible with both arms, so you can choose whichever arm you want for whatever weapon. Both of these are sculpted very well and painted and look amazing in any battle situation. His effect piece has a tiny blue explosion spark effect to place on the end of the blade hand. In the end, this is an odd selection of figures. Two characters who never fought each other, one Green Ranger who comes with accessories he probably shouldn't have, one character from a dream sequence, and one lone henchman. Despite the odd choices, the presentation of the set and its relative scarcity today makes it a really interesting novelty release and a good indication of what can be expected in future 2-pack releases in the Lightning Collection. The release was taken with a bit of controversy from the Power Rangers fandom, where some people thought the release of the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger from Dino Thunder would be the only version of MMPR Green to be released, which was an odd thing to think, though it would be the only version of MMPR Green in the line for over a year. While the first Lightning Collection 2-pack featured Jason in both of his Ranger forms, this was the very first Lightning Collection 2-pack to feature a Ranger versus some sort of bad guy. This was a pattern that would be carried on through a lot of other Lightning Collection 2-packs in 2019 and in 2020, before getting their own subline later on in 2020. So this was sort of like a prototype for the battle packs. Next up in the Lightning Library, there was a figure announced all the way back in February 2019 at New York Toy Fair that was lingering in the background while all of these other releases happened, but it finally came out in August of 2019. Join us here next week when we cover the first store exclusive figure in the line, the GameStop exclusive, Goldar.